what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Reality TV is back, man. It is
right.
back.
All right. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. This segment, not at the top of my list, but for some strange reason, Nafi has piqued my interest in this because she's bringing us tea, and it's with Nafi. So, without any further ado, Nafi, tell me what reality TV show nonsense you are watching and why I'm being subjugated to it today.
So if you guys are excited like I have been, you've been waiting for a couple different reality TV shows to come back. One being Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been gone since COVID started. It got shut down after just 2 episodes. And they just put a hold to it. So now that it's back, and if you know anything about Atlanta, Atlanta's a big city of artists. Like a lot of artists that we listen to are based in Atlanta. Even artists that are not from Atlanta, live in Atlanta. Lil Durk. I'm sure G Herbo has a house out there. Everybody has a house in Atlanta. Why? Because it's cheap, which is why I'm moving there. Shameless plug. Anyways, so Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has returned. Now, a special guest that is on this show, who originally started from Love and Hip Hop New York, has now moved to Atlanta, like I said, because everybody can't ball in New York, but they can ball in Atlanta. So Safaree and Erica Mena, if you guys are familiar with that couple who had just recently became a married couple last year, and also had their first child, welcomed their first baby girl into the world. The show is already, this is just the second episode, and it's already off to a terrible start with those two. Like, it is painting Safaree to be the worst human being in the world.
I feel like we talked about Safaree already.
I talked to Hero about this earlier. You couldn't pay me any money in the world to pretend or defame my family for money on reality TV and then call it reality. So, like, for instance, Safaree and Erica live in a big stupid ass mansion, yet they don't sleep in the same bedroom. Safaree doesn't like to take care of his daughter because he said nobody told him that taking care of a child was going to be this hard.
The fuck?
Yeah, he said he didn't know it was going to be that hard, and he doesn't know how to be himself and take care of a child as well and live his own life, his personal life, which includes drinking, eating, performing, riding dirt bikes in the street. Right? That's a day for Safaree. Safaree also claims on the show that he didn't even know that his wife was 23 weeks pregnant. A woman that's 23 weeks pregnant, remember, 40 weeks is the goal, right? But she's 23 weeks. He's saying that he didn't know that she was pregnant. Now, on the show, only a fool would think this because I saw it clear as day that she was pregnant. Erica Mena, if everybody knows her body, she's the one, she had the baby first time, lost the stomach. She was flat. I mean, she didn't even have a child, right? She has great doctors. Now she has a flab, right? And Safaree's seen on a scene where Erica is letting him know that she is pregnant with a second child. And Safaree's reaction is almost as if he wants her to get rid of this baby. He legit walked off and said, I don't know what to say about this. Like, it doesn't take two to create a baby. And he's getting dragged on social media. And it's just like, for one, it's like, I can't believe this is the guy that, number one, dated Nicki Minaj. Like, you were that, and it makes me think, like, did Nicki leave him because of his immaturity? He's not really a mature person. Like, he really thinks life is about him. She threw him a birthday party, and it had a big picture of just him. And he was so excited about that. Not talking stuff his daughter being in a picture with him and his family, his wife, but just him. And again, I have to ask this question. Would you sacrifice humiliating your family because your child is going to grow up? She's going to grow up and she's going to see this because this isn't the end of Love and Hip Hop. It's going to continue on. She'll be able to come back and see how you reacted to these things. Yeah. Is it worth the money? Are y'all cutting like that much money to these people to do these reality TV shows?
It's crazy because when you really think about it, there's no amount of money that could separate me from my family. Like, it's just, but also, what is a family to a person who's never had a home? Like, does he strike you as a person that
And
has?
no, because Safaree's Jamaican, and he's big on his Jamaican culture. And if you know anything about the Jamaican, African, any type of culture, Hispanic, Spanish, like they're heavy on family. Like Safaree's big on family. Safaree even made a comment on the show that he's been sick because he couldn't get back to Jamaica to go see his family because of COVID-19. So now that you've created your own family, you don't know how to take care of what's going on at home.
So then
Like,
it leads me to believe
he tweeted and said that getting married to Erica Mena was the biggest mistake of his life.
Oh damn!
Like, are you doing this for clout?
Damn.
Like, are you doing this? And it's like, and then they brought it up in the show, so it makes me think like, is this narrative created for the show? Is it
has
worth
to
that?
be.
And just to let y'all know, spoiler alert, she had this baby early.
So it's premature.
And I also just, and it's like, Erica, are you willing to put yourself and your baby at harm for a check? You know what I mean? Like, cause you stressed out. He's stressing you out on national TV, and you had your baby early, and it's like, did you do that for the show? For that narrative? That's scary. I don't know how I feel about that. I have no kind words to say about that.
I'm always
I don't know.
I'm always going to play the side of, like, you know, what's best for the children. If he's doing this for a check, man, how much does it cost to sell your soul? What's the price?
Sell your family.
Like, if you go sell your soul for for a check, and you have to say the price, because I want to know what the devil's gonna tempt me with at some point, right? I want to know how much money it's gonna take before I have to come to terms with this. But what it ultimately comes down to is, you know, no matter where you're from or your family values or culture, the pain and regret that you're prospering and soaking now, you're gonna pay for it when you, Safaree, are an old, decrepit man with no one around you that loves you, and every night you're paying money that's quickly running out because you're a nobody in 60 years, like all of us will be.
Like, those looks are gonna fade.
Yeah, like,
you're not gonna be doing Love and Hip Hop in 18 years. I can guarantee you that. But you're gonna be a record of what your family's gonna be able to see what you've done. So yeah, I'm just disappointed, and I'm also disappointed in Mona too. Mona Scott, like, who's the producer of all the Love and Hip Hops. Like, what's your motive? Like, you're a black woman. Like, is it your goal? Is it your motive to to display black families not doing well? Like, I don't know. It's just messy to me. I don't like that at all. Like, even if I was given a chance when I moved to Atlanta to do like a Love and Hip Hop or anything like that, I would never do it. You couldn't pay me anything to be on a show that I'm starting to learn enjoys humiliating black people.
That's interesting.
Like, you will never see a Jay-Z or Beyonce on a show like this. Why? You're not going to be my family business. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Cardi B was on Love and Hip Hop New York. As soon as she got her check for her music, she ain't never made an appearance since. Smart. You got too much to lose. You got Migos. You got your child. Like, it's too much. Like, but the people that are on there, the people who are just not relevant. Like, they got the new up and coming artists for Atlanta. If I say two names, I'm sure you're not gonna know who they are. But yeah, that's disappointing. And then the other side, let's flip it to the Real Housewives of Potomac, which is another big show that people were like screaming and waiting for. Also was suspended when the pandemic happened. So there's a new character that's on the show. Her name is Mia. Mia has her husband is 68 years old and she's 36. Now, she struggled with her math earlier. She was saying that her husband's 38 years older than her, which would make her 30 and make him 68. She's 36 and he's 68, so he's 32 years older than her. I know it's probably tough for her to do that on camera because it's live TV. Hero can edit this and change it if he needed to for me. So her husband's 68, and she's 36. She's 36. So Mia was at a table discussion. Wendy threw a party to discover her, what she called happiness. So Wendy got her breast done. Wendy's the African doctor that's on the show. She was the first Nigerian to be introduced to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Wendy is a professor at Johns Hopkins University. She's a political commentator. She's an AKA, so she has a long list of things, right? So
And
I had a lot of respect for her.
And she has a nice set of boobs on her.
Yes. Now, she's had 3 kids,
Ooh.
and she breastfed all her kids for over a year. So that takes a toll on the body, right?
Yeah.
So she got her breast done. Now, what she didn't want to admit when Robin asked her, Robin's another character on the show, asked her, well, what else did you get done? Because Wendy's body doesn't look like, oh, it was just the breast. It's like a shape, right? And Wendy, if you went back and watched the last videos, had no booty. I mean, it's literally flat. Like, I've never seen an African with no booty. After even having 3 children, she didn't have anything back there. Now she has some type of curve back there. And also her stomach is giving me the, what is it, hourglass?
Hourglass. Shape? Coke bottle.
Yeah, hourglass. Yes. So Wendy was real, like, she was like, I got my breast done and I got a couple tweaks. So Mia, the woman at the table, is a woman you can tell who is still getting work done till today. She went down a line and said, I have no problem with telling you what I got done to my body. She said she got her face, she gets Botox every 4 weeks, her lips, her breasts 4 times. She got her stomach, tummy tucked, all these things. She even got her vagina worked on. Okay. So she said all this to say that I'm not ashamed to say what I've gotten done, because Wendy was making it seem like she didn't want everybody to know that she had a butt lifting or whatever happened back there. I don't know if the fat from her stomach went to her butt, whatever you want to call it, a transfer. And Wendy was like, yes, I had some work done back there, but it was only after this woman across the table said everything that she had got done. So it just seems like Wendy's being very messy this season. That was a huge topic of discussion, is Wendy, what are you doing? This isn't you. And it's also like, as an African, I'm just like, Wendy, chill. We don't judge people, like, especially you getting your breast done. I mean, in the African culture, that's probably the worst thing you can do. So chill on this other woman. I also feel like she's attacking the other woman because she's light skinned. She's a lighter skinned black woman, and I think that's what's expected, is that people think that lighter skinned people get the most work done on their body. But shout out to Mia for being comfortable. She's making her first debut to the show, so I'm rooting for Mia. I like her so far. Wendy, chill the fuck out. Right. That's reality TV.
All right. So what I've gained from this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, fake boobs are okay.
It's your body. Do what you want to do. Yeah. But don't judge somebody else and you did the same thing.
Yeah, don't be a hypocrite. This is fascinating to me. I'm interested to learn more about this. I hope you keep us updated with that. But if you have a question for Nafi, put it in the comment section below. You guys see her? Y'all can't see her. I have Eric's
duck walk.
The duck walk.
Got them pinkies up. The K's acting a fool on the show. It's 2 of them that's getting on my nerves. Now, Keisha, get them together. Now, I'm out here. I'm right here down the street from Potomac. Catch me outside. How about that?
Nafi is a brawler. We already know that. But for all the peaceful people out there, you can find us on Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and a plethora of other places. The Linktree Connect is down there. So if you want to link up with us on Linktree, we're always going to be down there. Another thing you can do, if you don't feel like looking at these beautiful faces for some strange reason, you can hit us up on Anchor. And on Anchor, you can listen to us on Spotify or Apple iTunes, a bunch of other websites too. If you like, you can also reach us on, what's the thing that I'm about to say? Oh yeah, Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can hook us up by subbing to the Twitch channel and, dropping some coins in there for us. And it's free. You're already paying for it. Might as well hook us up, right? Anchor. I don't know how to spell Anchor.
Anchor.
I figured it out.
I know
Got
how to
it.
spell it. Anchor. I put it in the chat.
No, if you type that so fast. Anyway, that's where
you not to type without looking.
Are you proud of yourself for throwing that sand in my face?
Very proud
of yourself.
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.